Hello, welcome to another edition of the Eternal Journey. Here we are again for a deck we've looked at before, and this is Praxis Tokens. For me, the end is nigh. I'm starting to fall asleep with this set, I'll be honest with you. Dying for the campaign to come out. Just want some more toys to play with so I can start brewing up some decks. Stealing other people's decks, changing one card and saying it's mine. I mean, brewing up my own decks. And just making some new content, because you see, the thing is, I make like 2 videos, maybe even 3 videos a week sometimes. Like this week I'm doing 3. Just run out of decks really quickly. I never know whether it's okay to like do repeats, and then if it's like a repeat of something boring that's just like an Icaria deck, I'm just like, well, do people really want to see that? Because like when I'm looking on Reddit and stuff like that, it's like the decks that people are whinging about being like absolutely miserable and oppressive. But I did actually forget to record an intro, so this is after the outro. So now I have the prescience to know that at the end of that video, I do a little bit on how to make this deck a little bit more budget friendly if you're not in the market for just like having like a playset of Heart of the Vault, Teacher of Humility, and the Jawbone Greatsword. Because this deck is really easy to make budget, and on top of that, it's really nice just to build it out from there, because you've got like a time core. So you get to build Praxis mid-range, then Praxis big stuff, and then you can move on to Elysian, Xenan, and then eventually at some point in the future, when you've just like built all the Justice like legendary cards, get to build like Combray, but why would you? Combray is horrid. Just Praxis for life. So this deck's got a couple of tools in it that are going to make it quite good, in that it's got like a lot of reach, because it's got Obliterate and Jawbone Greatsword, which just don't care about spot removal, so you can soften your opponent up pretty easily, which is like Grenadin Jones and like Sigil for Humility, and then in late game you've just got these live draws that can just kill your opponent out of nowhere, which is very nice. But you've also got access to Vault of the Praxis, which is a card that I'm quite high on, especially if you can market for it, because you can market for it like on 2 or 3, and then on 4 you can play it plus Grenadin Drone, just get the cards flowing, because you really want to get like, if your opponent has got relic removal, they should really be prioritizing your Xenan Obelisks. But if they do, you then get to turn this into a 2-1 in your favour, because you've managed to draw a card. You know, like just play this plus the Grenadin Jones, as I was saying. You get to draw a card, and you've got threats in play. And if your opponent then uses something to kill this, then they've got something less that can deal with a Xenan Obelisk. And you know, you've already drawn a card, so you just don't care. You're just like, whatever, I'm just going to kill you anyway, because that's what my deck does. This deck is really good for laddering. I'm going to get onto the games, and you're going to see that this deck is really good for laddering. Okay, so over to me from the past. Okay, so here we are on the draw. This is nowhere near remotely keepable. Look at that. It's like Temple Scribe Tribal. This is a bit of a spicy meatball. I mean, suppose we just use the Temple Scribe later as a bit of a speed bump, but probably... Oh, there's a Heart of the Vault, so probably want to go and fix our Praxis banner, so we can actually play that. So, I'm just going to lead with Grenadin Drone. I know what we're against here. Crest Chaos, probably Grenadins are some sort of like slower gunslinger deck, I'm going to guess. But, you know, we do need to actually... Oh, actually, just removal pile. Cool. This matchup's probably okay. Okay, well, we've got an Obelisk, so we are living life right here. I'm going to grab the second time. We're all getting like double fire right now. I think the double fire is Obliterate, and then we move all the way up to triple fire of Heart of the Vault. Our opponent could fetch Bar from their market, or Igen's Choice, depending on which merchant they've got. But I am going to get to a point where I'm just going to play Xenan Obelisk, and then just turn everything we've got into a threat. Just like wallop them for 2. Just you know, we do need to kill our opponent before they play Marisen. And then what do we bosh off here? And Torch is generally going to be quite awful. So let's just grab Praxis banner. Fix on the 3rd time, then we only need like 1 fire to be able to play this Heart of the Vault. But it also guarantees, even if this dies with like a Rune Hammer now, we're able to just like slam Praxis banner into Obelisk. Ugh. Ugh. Well, just drew it anyway. Good. I suppose that we just overextended to Harsh Rule and then die, but plan is just to play Obelisk next turn and just like ace base. Feel pretty silly about not having that torch anymore. But yeah, I suppose we'll just like go for it. I'll probably get to get a Cudgel, but we get to get in for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 damage. Yeah. And we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Minus the 2 from this block. Plus this. We'll probably get to kill next turn. I don't want to play Grenadin drone and just get slurped up by a harsh rule here. Meanwhile, our opponent just like picks up like Rizan. Well, at least it's not got lifesteal. So you're saying there's a chance. There we go. Cool. So 2, 4, 6. We get 6 through. We get to Heart of Vault our opponent, who is only 1 spell away from having lifesteal. This is awful. Well, at this point, I think I should just kill Riz on them, because they have to block here, realistically. Like, only makes sense. If they don't block, we kill them. So now we get to kill Rizan, which is quite delicious, I'll be honest with you. This way, if we draw a torch, we kill him anyway. Like, 2 cost Marisen, Disciple's still fine. And then, assuming our opponent doesn't harsh roll, we should be in good shape here. Quarrying. So, yet again, you're saying there's a chance. Well, this deck is still silly. Yeah, our opponent's just torched himself, just like, honourable death. You fought well, friend. There we go. Gonna, the old placement game, get myself back in gold free. Back on the grind. Absolutely hate it when ladder reset is not on the weekend and I don't just get to like just slam the Saturday and just get into Masters. Now I'm not going to be able to do it until next week, which is sort of awful to be honest. And a first win of the day. Look at that. This is less exciting. Probably won't leave this bit in. Okay, well, we're on the play. The influence is great, but we're just like really relying on just drawing well because we've just got like 3 1/1s. Tasty. I think we could do better. This isn't bad, but just make Temple Scribe, I guess. But I'm not sure we'll actually need to be torching anything here. Okay, well, if we're against a slow deck, Rally can do quite a lot of damage actually. Oh, there we go. The old assembly line into Obelisk. Like, these cards are just really good when you get to actually... Oh, I'm going to have to kill that. Just because, like, a melee on turn 3 is... Nope. Put myself back an entire turn's awful, but just the threat that this provides. Because I'm not sure if we'd ever beat a turn 3 melee. So... I think we'll just gobble on for 1. Yeah. And then once we've got this in play, so everyone's got a fast spell here, so I think this is like a torch or maybe it's like a Roland's choice, but Roland's choice is unlikely to have mark against us. So, okay, yep, fine, I agree. Because now we've got 6 power in play. Like, it's fine. In fact, we can get in for 6 and kill their thing. Yep, do that. If they don't block, I'll probably just play another assembly line, but in this case, I'll just like kill their Valkyrie, deal them 6. It's just a very efficient burn spell. Just free cost, free your thing, 6 you. Well, 4 you, realistically. I'm going to suspect that this is going to grab a Rizan now, because Rizan is good. They do only have 2 spells here, but it could be very easy for them to get an additional one. And, well, we can't actually play the Obliterate right now anyway. So in case I go for Harsh Roll, I'm just going to go and get the Obelisk. We're a long way away from casting this Heart of the Vault, so if we do get a Merchant, I might just trade that away. Okay, so we're saving power. So they probably do have like a Harsh Roll, but they're just not going to extend it here. Would be nice. Given this Rizan here, I'd really like to draw a Fire Source just to be able to Obliterate it. So that's not quite what we're looking for. I think we'll wait a hot minute before we get this Time Sigil into play. Die Show? Well, this is awful. And they don't lose the thing either. Yeah, I think we've knackered it with this one. Although, good. Yeah. I assume if our opponent had a fast spell, we'll just use that on their turn just to give the dude lifesteal. But what would have been really nice would have been... well, it's got lifesteal now. What would have been really nice if we draw the Fire Source, because then we'd be able to obliterate Marisen and kill the die show. It didn't matter really, because we get to just attack in, but yeah, the game slowly running away from us here. I'm going to attack just in case they do have like a torch or something, but as far as I know, it's just Justice Source. You know, so beep. Let's be having you. Sure, another Fire Source though. We're actually, even though it's a Fire Source, it's still sort of okay. Well, did our opponent play their Justice Source? I think they did. We're just going to make them dead on board. Like, if they harsh roll, it's fine. They've got nothing in hand, and you know we'll have. Yeah, so they didn't draw it. We're lucky. But yeah, I was just putting in the position there where they just had to have it, otherwise they were dead. Because at that point they'd have had like nothing in hand. We'd have had nothing on board, but we'd have an Obelisk in play, and if we drew any Fire Source, I would be able to like draw a card, put a big threat into play, and if we do like anything else, we'd just play it. So yeah, it's a nice spot to be in. Okay, so on the play, the sand seems slow, but on the play we get to sort of reduce the benefit, well, reduce the downside of Crest of Impulse. There's a case here for playing Crest on 1, because if you draw like a teacher, I think teacher's in this deck. I'm doing the deck tech after we played the games just because of how my time's going to work today, so I'm not actually sure what's in the deck. We still get to like play it, but actually yeah, I think it's better. We're going to play Initiate with the Time Source, and if we draw a 2-drop we'll play it, if we draw a 3-drop we'll play that. We'll be able to fit the Crest in at some point. If this deck's playing Hardball, it's definitely playing Teacher. It's generally how these things work out. But yeah, just absolutely run out of content. I also get to turn my phone off, vibrate, just turn it silent for the sake of the video, because I'm ignoring it anyway, so it doesn't really matter if anyone's trying to get in touch with me. We get to Legion or Temporal. Hoping it's like, actually I'm not sure what driver it'd be. Well, let's play our Crest out. We'll just play our 4-drop on 3, that's probably fine. I do like Grenadin because we've got Xenan Obelisk, but I think I'd rather just find a merchant before that. Like, Grenadin plus rallies a lot of damage. But I'm just going to bottom that. Because what I really want to find, I just want to get closer to a merchant, because I feel like any sort of like primal, yeah, temporal, I just need to find Vault the Praxis and activate at the same time. So, several lines better, really. So, our opponent can harsh roll, not harsh roll, well, Hailstorm, effectively harsh roll. So what I'm going to do is a Goblin for 1. And then I will play the Assembly line with the intention of, I think that this is just high quality play because this is 5 power. Although this is slightly more with the play that I'm going to make next turn, because I'm just going to play Obelisk next turn. Then if they don't have a Hailstorm, they're just going to get rallied for a millionty. So, not Hailstorm, okay. I mean, I assume they're just like, well, I've got a Railing Merchant, I'm going to go and take Disjunction. Which I sort of have to play Xenan Obelisk because then I get in for 6 and I don't. So if I just attack, I get in for 9, but my Initiate Stance dies, which is awful news, let me tell you. So I do sort of have to get Xenan Obelisk. I'm going to assume that we're just playing against someone who's playing Temporal. They're as greedy as anything. So what they're going to get is actually the draw 2 game 4. But what they should probably get is something to do with the Obelisk. But just getting this in just means that the blockade is ineffectual for the most part. I'm actually just getting for 6 damage. Because we do need to kill our opponent. The Obelisk also, if it's just not dealt with, just means that any of our threats, like our Grinding Drills, is just like 4 power. Later in the game it would be even more. So we just need to deploy less threats to the board. And we're able to force our opponents to like 1-for-1 stuff. So like Islands, Choice or whatever, just like one of our tokens. So it's not much for the opponent to think of here. The only thing they've got to think of is that I've not played a power, and actually it's only turn 3 anyway. Don't know. Yeah, maybe they're thinking about like Power Torch. I don't know, because I was talking so long I can't remember what turn it is. So who knows? I think it's actually my 4th turn, so I should have been able to play that. So Hailstorm's awful as always. Just because it's going to be a little bit difficult for us to rebuild from that. We'd need to draw a power so we could play the Marisen Disciple. Maybe that's a reason for why I should have played that instead. Okay, well, they're going to fetch the 2nd Justice, or they've already got it, it appears. What's going got then? Very curious indeed. Well, let's have a crest. I'm going to decide what I'm doing. Probably can't respond to this anyway. Torch. I don't think we're interested, to be honest. Let's just get in. I'm just going to use the rally while I can, to be honest. So, boop. Just like, get the damage while it's good. Gobble the opponent for 12. And then... I think I'm happy to threaten here. I shouldn't have overextended that, actually. I could have just kept that, because it's still a threat. Yeah, so Harsh will say, going to just redeploy with Marisen Disciple. Okay, so I'd been able to set up lethal, but it's fine. I think in this instance, just going to grab Sandcrawler. It gives them something to vanquish and as favour, which is bad, but it's also just more damage if they just don't have that. And if they have a Hailstorm, we still get to keep our thing. Yep, so if we draw a power, okay, so Scorpion Wasp, they've turned off the Overwhelm, so that happens, they're just trading her. Cool, so now I've got an interesting thought, like, because we can just kill them with the Overwhelm. We can play this and not trade anything. Then if we draw a power, we're in great shape. But what I want to do is guarantee that even without a power, we're able to kill our opponent with the Obliterate. Now, they're only one away from getting Face Aegis, but they've already played one Cobalt Waystone. I think I'm going to skip. Yeah. I think it's a really difficult spot. We've got two things in play that we do have to deal with, which means it's more likely that I should have actually just got the power just to guarantee the Obliterate this turn. On next turn, but actually... yeah, I may not play the power. Well, let our opponent figure it out. Our opponent is playing Temporal Control, so they are 100% smarter and thinner than we will ever be, because that's how this deck works. I tried it myself because I've lost a little bit of weight. I was playing Temporal for a little bit. That's exactly how it happens. I also gained at least 112 IQ points. It's a true story. Yeah, most inspirational TED Talk I've ever been to was just saying, oh yeah, you dead then. Cool. Go on, no whammies, no power. Oh yes, tasty. Tasty. Well, let's let them think they're in for chance. Oh no. Well, boop, gotcha. Goodbye, friend. It's been a pleasure. Don't thanks me for the game, playing Temporal. Nah, to be honest, the deck's probably fine. There isn't actually anything I think you couldn't even realistically do to that deck, because if you nerf Temporal, like Temporal's not even the best card in that deck, even though it's called Temporal Control. Probably just need to have a rotation, so you can't just have a deck that's only card draw and interaction. Easy redraw, just like one power hands. Won the draw, but... sounds not excellent. But we do get to Crest of Impulse. Probably going to have to try and find a time source, I'll be honest with you. Oh, that is a nice card block our opponent's got. So, Comrade Banner. So we probably actually have to keep the Torch just so we don't get like boshed by some nonsense like a Teacher or something. Yeah, Diplo Seal, we're in good shape. We're not playing against the beatdown deck. Let's just snap this off, just like, yep, nope, bye. You know what? I think the worst thing about Teach with Humility is just how egregious that death animation is. Just like, oh my god, just so overreacting. Well, we are just going to do this then. Just going to go all the way around you. Just going to go around you forever. Just don't care. To the point where they can't actually crouch standard in a block, so we're okay shape here. Good like Genetrix, but aggressive, I'll give you. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, Teacher, nice piece short. So, what we've got here is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. They block 2 of it, they take 8. Or we can go 3, 6, 9, 12. I think I'm just going to get this in play. Just like, go on, give it to me. It's like, yep, got me. Don't have a 6-drop anyway. If you did have a 6-drop, couldn't play it. Well, I got a single time source. But now I think I'm just going to kill you with Rally. You have to sit back. Because Rally now is 4, 8, 12. 5 short. They might attack. They might be aggressive. Again, aggressive. I assume they're just going to play another blocker, so it's fine. But this time we're going to lose all the stuff. Get you for 12. They probably have finest out to save one of these. No, they don't. Oh. So they have a 5-5. Could be a 6-6 in their turn. We do have to be careful, like, of what's it called now? Well, I've already played it Crown Witch Standard, because they could just have like an 8-8 lifesteal. That would be awful. But yeah, Praxis Tokens just like, you want to go tall? I'm going to go wide. Also, against spot removal, brilliant deck. On the draw again. Can't win. So, free draw this because it's a single power. This game's a little bit of a slow hand, but we get to make like the same plays in the last game where we just got to get to torch their play and make a initiate, which is kind of nice. Oh, yeah. Turn 1 initiate. I mean, it's not very good because we can't play a Temple Scribe, which well, but we do get to make boring. Why would you even do that? I was really looking forward to making a turn to a really merchant. Yeah, well, I could torch your mana girl as well. Boop. Taste it, nerd. Really solid because I killed my thing. Why not try? Well, torch is probably still fine against them. But just get Praxis banner. I know what I'm up to then. I can flood the board. Don't doubt it for a second, Ikaria. Owned. Beep. There's a little Temple Scribe anyway. So I'm going to go out on a limb and just assume that the Ikaria Valkyrie Captain deck isn't going to harsh with me next turn. And I'm going to play the Teacher of Humility. But I'm not going to play out everything. Because don't put it past them. Go on, no whammies, no Justice Sauce. Oh, second one. Well. Probably should have torched this first. Don't matter. Is that what we're doing? Well, I'm going to torch this one then. I'm going to go for extra point damage, but I was sort of hoping that they'd double block. I'm going to keep this in hand now because at this point it's just not very good. Just trade it for the merchant. Marisen. Oh, not like this. Let's go to 8 if we draw a... If we draw an Obelisk, we're able to like ramp back for like 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. And a melee. Good game, buddy. Yeah, I literally just can't beat that. It saved my life. Yeah, bye. Deck tech time. Oops me. Oh, monster's still tilting. Oh, that good progress made as well. I have to go and do that off camera now. Okay, so there we have it. That was Praxis Tokens and did about as well as I expect. You know, 4-1, died to lifesteal Rizan into a melee. Yep, that is something that will happen with this deck. But that happens to any deck that's trying to play units. But I think that this deck has honestly got the opportunity to grind people out because, you know, you've got Xenan Obelisk. So you get to get yourself in situations where, like, in the top deck war, later on, you're just going to play Assembly Line just like 15 power for that. It's going to make 3 5/5s your turn. Or you get to do things like Vault of Praxis, just like drawing you infinite cards because you get to either play a bunch of cheap stuff that draws your cards, so like Initiate the Sands and the Temple Scribe, or you get to do things that actually make multiple bodies, like Marisen's Disciple or like the Grenadin creators. But you don't care about that. This deck has been here for absolute years. I think I've been playing like Praxis Tokens in some form since like set 2. Might have even been a build of it in set 1, I can't remember. I think it was definitely set 2. What you want to know is the bit that I want to do is say how to build this as like a new player. And what you should probably do is just go, well, I'm not going to build Teach of Humility because, you know, I'm not committed yet. Not going to build Greatsword, and I'm not going to build Heart of the Vault. Also, is there any legendaries in here? No, it's not. All those things are sort of fine to own one of. So you're going to look at this deck and go, in fact, a lot of this is like either just rares that are very playable, like Xenan Obelisk, which you definitely want to play set of. Really Merchant, which is like a staple if you want to play time decks. And like, what else is a rare? Obliterate? I mean, you don't really need it, but it's still really good to have 1 or 2 copies of this. When you've played through like all the new player stuff, so like the making you play all the Gauntlet and the Forge, just like you should have enough dust, or at least, pardon me, or at least enough gold to do like a couple of rare drafts, and then you should be able to build this fairly easily. Because the rest of this you can just fill out with like uncommons and commons. So what stuff do we want? If we want to grind people, we can put like a couple of Favour. Oh, it's Favour from isn't it? Awkward. So put like 2 of them, put some, we've got like some Wisps. And it is, she's not a Wisp. Well, that's weird. Oh, she's an elemental. This card's really good. You've got really good influence. I mean, of course, you don't actually need Crest of Impulse if you've not got it. You could just like fill this up with like some more time with Fire Sigils, which is fine. But because you've got like really good influence anyway, a lot of time you just play this off the top, and when you've got like a Xenan Obelisk in play, this is effectively a late game dragon. You're just gonna play this like 1 cost charging like 3/3 or 5/5 or whatever off the top of your deck. It's gonna kill your opponent. And if your opponent's playing nonsense like Temporal, which I assume they won't be if you're like new or looking for budget decks, it's just like a really problem threat because for the most part, just like drew you a card. Because it's going to be very difficult, like anytime after about turn 3 or 4, where this is going to be on the top of your deck, and you're just not going to be able to play it like to draw a card. And if you ever get like more than one of these in a row, it's just like, delicious. I think I've only done that once where I put 2 in a row. It was just like a Loyal Wisp, a Loyal Ember, it was like another one. Oh yes, it felt absolutely fantastic. So what else you want is Arcanum Monitor. And this is up to you how many you craft. Oops, don't spell that, that's a rude word. And Arcanum Monitor was a promo, so this doesn't cost as much as a rare. It's only 600. This runs like a similar type of reason for being your deck as Heart of the Vault, in that this is like your big finisher. But it's sort of got charge in a way, in that it's going to give all of your other units like +1/+1, so it's just like more like Anthem effects. So I do like that. Inexplicably, this, so what's it called? Humbugs? Yeah, so Humbugs 1 was like nerfed to cost 6 for whatever reason. Still don't understand this. But you can still also just like play 1 or 2 of these just as like make some more bodies, because that's really cool. You've also got Acolyte. And this will just like, if you do have to cut down on crests, you can play the Acolyte, and this will just like, you just bin the favours at that point, and then this, because you've got Initiate Stance, you can actually make up turn 2. This also helps you fix your power, so if you did get rid of the crests, I think at that point I'm probably just like up 2 on each, but let's go -4 there, because this is effectively free. We can either put Waystones or put Monuments. Put 2 Monuments in, just like, because Monuments is like an uncommon, I believe, but these are also really good because then you've just got like more, you've got really a much more threat dense deck. I'm just like, imagine the surprise on someone's face when it's like, oh, it's tokens, yeah, just like strategize, yeah, well, I'm going to keep Hailstorm, but I'll put this Slade to the bottom because this Slade's going to be awful, and then on turn like 5 just go like 5/5 with Overwhelm, and they're like, oh, can't deal with that. No, you can't. Playing tokens, you're dead, mate. And that's the aim of the game. This deck is just like, dead on. Dead your opponent, go up the ladder, get yourself into gold, diamond even, maybe even masters. I reckon you could masters with like a budget version of this. It might take you like 2-3 weeks, but I reckon you could do it just because of how aggressive it is, and how like later in the month people start to play more and more fun decks, and you're just like the fun police, just like going, yeah, you always have fun, did you? Well, I was going to kill you on turn 5 with a rally. Now what, nerd? But yeah, been absolutely beautiful. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my week. Hopefully hopefully, I'm actually just too early for the campaign to have dropped, and it's dropping today, because I'd absolutely love to do something which is going to be it's like a review of all the campaigns in retrospect, but I don't want to just spam your feed with 4 videos. I'd rather just do one, you know, of all 4. And I'll probably do them in order of most recent, because like people will care more about those. Because like Jack's Band was sort of awful, but the 2 in the middle were absolutely excellent. And this one is shaking up to be a very decisive one, or divisive. Well, who knows? Because it looks absolutely fantastic and awful at the same time, and I'm looking forward to finding out which one it's going to be. So that's that for another couple of days. Thanks for watching. See you around. There was a boy, very strange, enchanted boy. Can't remember the rest of the words, but Moulin Rouge was a banger. Let me tell you, every single song in that film slapped. I believe that's what the kids say.